Good evening, you're watching IOL World News TV. I'm Isaias, and tonight's top international story is the growing conflict between Brazil and the United States, a dispute involving sanctions, tariffs, banks, and one that could reshape the course of Brazil's economy. It all began after the United States imposed sanctions on Brazilian Supreme Court Justice Alexandre de Moraes, accusing him of human rights violations. Today, Moraes responded forcefully. He warned Brazilian banks not to comply with sanctions imposed by foreign authorities on national territory. According to him, any bank that does so will face penalties under Brazilian law. This warning has put the financial sector on high alert. Shares of major institutions, such as Banco do Brasil, have already suffered sharp declines amid the legal uncertainty created by the standoff. But this episode is only the tip of the iceberg. The U.S. government has been hardening its stance toward Brazil since the imposition of 50% tariffs on Brazilian products, a measure that hits agribusiness and manufacturing industries especially hard. In response, Brazil brought the issue to the World Trade Organization, requesting consultations to legally challenge Washington's tariffs. What's at stake here is not only trade, but also sovereignty. While the U.S. defends extraterritorial sanctions, Alexandre de Moraes and parts of the Brazilian government argue that foreign laws cannot override Brazil's own legal system. The immediate impact is uncertainty for banks. If they comply with U.S. sanctions, they risk punishment in Brazil. If they ignore them, they could face international restrictions and lose access to the American financial system. The tension is already being felt in the markets. Foreign investors are pulling back. The exchange rate is fluctuating, and analysts warn of a possible economic slowdown if the dispute remains unresolved. President Lula is trying to keep diplomatic channels open, advocating dialogue with Washington and avoiding immediate retaliatory measures. Still, experts warn that the conflict could escalate further if no negotiated solution is reached soon. A clash of giants. On one side, the United States reinforcing its global pressure. On the other, Brazil defending its sovereignty. The outcome of this standoff may determine not only the future of the economy, but also the balance of international relations. We will continue to follow every detail. I'm Isaias, and you're watching IOL World News TV. See you next time.